Keep going. You're on the right track. Don't let fear win. So today I'm talking to you about why the obstacles that you face may actually just be the proof that you need to let you know that you are on the right track. Hey, I'm Tanya. Welcome. I'm here to remind you that you are good enough and you have what it takes to become who God created you to be and to create a life you love. So let's get right into it. Have you ever noticed that when you start trying to do something new, something different, something that is meaningful to you, that instantly you become more doubtful, you become more fearful, and you are full of discouragement? Well, that could actually be your sign that you're on to something. Because I want you to remember this. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and to destroy. So when you are feeling all of those things, that doubt, that fear, that discouragement, know that that is not of God. That is from the devil, the enemy, whatever you want to call him. So he would not be hanging around you if there were not a threat, if it was not something beautiful that will come out of what you are trying to do. So knowing that he comes to kill, steal, and destroy, why then do we allow the enemy to knock us off our game and to stop us from living out our dreams? Because that's what happens when we give into the fear, we give into the doubt, and we are discouraged. We give in to the fear. And what happens is that it causes us to be afraid of failure. But I want you to think about it. If it was a for sure thing that what you are trying to do would be a fail, that you would be a complete failure, do you think that the devil will stick around and waste his time on trying to convince you that you're going to fail? Absolutely not. Because if it was a guaranteed failure, the failure would take care of itself. No one has to come and tell you that it won't work. You may as well turn around. You may as well stop. No one will have to come and tell you that. The devil wouldn't have to stand by and tell you that, or send other people to tell you that. Or you know how it is. You get an idea, you get something, you go and share it with somebody you know because you're all excited. And one of the first things they like to say, well, you got to be more realistic. Oh, I don't know if that'll work. I don't know. They don't realize where their doubt and discouragement is coming from. They're just passing it along to you. So the devil doesn't, if it was a guaranteed fail, the devil does not have to convince you that you're going to fail. But he sticks around because he needs to convince you that it won't work. Because if he can convince you that it won't work, then you won't even go forward. If he can convince you that it won't work, you'll stop even trying. You will guarantee your own failure, because that's what happens. When you stop, that's a guaranteed failure. So that's his job, to convince you that you're going to fail. You see, the enemy needs to stop you before it does work, because he realizes something that you may not realize. He realizes that if you continue, if you don't give up and you don't give in to the doubt, he knows if you continue, you just might make it happen. And it's a greater chance of it happening if you continue than it is if you stop. So he knows that. So this is what you got to know. You got to know, and you got to believe that if I keep going, no matter what it looks like, no matter about the fear that you're having, the discouragement, all those things, and no matter what anybody else says, you got to know that if I keep going on this right path, that eventually I'm going to get to my destination. Eventually it's going to work. So don't allow yourself to get discouraged over something that someone else has said, or even what your own thoughts are telling you. You got to get to the point that you are not going to even allow you to stop you. You're going to keep your eyes on the prize. And you're not going to even let your own doubts, your own fears, your own insecurity get in your way of achieving what you want to achieve. And then you got to look at it this way. If it's something insignificant, why is the devil fighting me so hard? Why are there so many obstacles in my way? Now, I got to be honest here. I used to be the person that thought if it was a lot of obstacles in my way and things wasn't easy, I would automatically give up. And I would automatically think that I was doing something wrong, that I was on the wrong path, and that this is not the way I should be going. But I don't want you to think that. I want you to know that the very fact that you have the obstacles, you're feeling the doubt, and you're feeling the resistance, that you're on to something. You're on the right path. You're on the right track. So keep going. Because remember, the enemy doesn't waste time on things that are not important. So keep going and know that you are on to something. Don't let the enemy win. You know, so many times we give up on things that we want for ourselves, the things that we want to see for ourselves, and we give up and we're all discouraged and we don't even realize where it's coming from. Either it's coming from outside sources, people are telling us that we need to be more realistic, no, it'll never work. Or it could be the voices that's inside our own mind. It could be the voice that's inside your head that's telling you to stop, to quit. You're not good enough. It'll never work. But you keep going. Know that the fact that you have the doubt, you have the fear, know that that is your cue that you are onto something for achieving something amazing. You are on your way, but you got to keep going. Don't give up.